And we're back.
There's your exhaust leak.
Yep.
See how worn that is?
Mm-hmm.
See that much of it's gone. This one's still good here. Only got that much wear on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Not filming. You got that much wear there. And you got that much wear over here. That's why it leaks so much. Alright, this one here is done. For now, I'm not sure about the height, but it's all cut. The ID, the seat, and the OD is hitting on the edge. So now I'm going to duplicate on the other side. Because I only got one pilot, so I have to do the whole thing and then come back. Excuse me. Alright. Put that in there. Recenter. If needed. Nope, that looks good. Looks good. Not to do anything. I like that. Okay, where's the bore at? Let's see, is this one here? Let me double check. I'll use my scale. 850-ish. With 810, I think. Yeah, looks good. So this is 140 thou smaller than the valve head, which was 950. This will cut out some of that big step that's in there that we don't like. Aluminum cutting. Alright. Still got big steps all the way around that thing. The newer they had, the more steps they got in these damn things. Alright, where's my other cutter? This one. That cut just a little bit of material out of there. Okay, with our seat, sink it down until that seat cleans up. That should make both valves pretty equal in height. There it is, came in. See a third angle in there?
Mm-hmm.
See, the little thin angle right there is the seat. This is the top cut here. And then we have the inner radius on the inside. That's about the same height as all this one over here is too. They should be pretty, if the seats were in the same height, they should be pretty close, but we'll find out when we measure it. We might have to go back and forth between one and the other. And we'll find out. So it goes a lot quicker when you already got everything set up. This one. There's a little bit of edge just above the seat, but it's right out there on the valve tip. Right out there where you want it. Now, I didn't back cut this valve, which I can go and do that on the machine. I didn't grind these valves, I just used what they were. So that gives us a little more power when we back cut it. See the gray seat?
Mm-hmm.
In there. Okay. So now we got to see which one of these is higher up. This one's got a little bit of a sharp edge to it. That's not sharp edge. That's the top of the seat I'm hitting on. I don't like that edge being there, but it's like the underneath it's in there. Can't do anything about that. That's worn out. It has to be welded up to fix that one. Okay, let's see which way we're going to go on this one. Let's see. Probably measure it this direction. Front. Rear. Alright, other side.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're around 390, 380, 390 on the other head. Get my arm in here, would be nice. See, I gotta hold it all the way in. And see, this one's about 375. See the marks there on the scale? So the intake valve is not sunk as deep as the exhaust. Let me move that one. See how one looks like? Same thing? Right to the money. Probably within 5 thou. So both the intake valves are a little bit higher than the exhaust. We should have enough clearance so I don't have to sink it in deeper, but well, we won't know until I take these off and check. All right, switch sides again. So I pretty much have to take it all off to check anything. So the first go around at the valve job is done. We might have to come back. Might have to revisit it. So I'm just going to pull off the one head. Hey, don't drop that. It's a good one too. Grab in front exhaust. This brake. Oh, now you broke it.
Got the tripod.
There goes the tripod. This goes over here, it's out of the way. Works good right there. Okay, what number do you want?
50.
50. Kind of 50. We're at 390 right now. 390? Yeah. 190. 160.
No, it's 221.
160. It's this one over here. This one's about 360 by looking at it. 160 and a little under. About in that area. How they look. We have clearance. See the gap in there?
Yep.
Right there. Got at least 2 scales.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how much breathing you got from on the overlap.
This thing's gonna idle.
Now if the
Nice
exhaust
and
valve was
clunky.
if the exhaust valve was bigger in diameter, we'd have to sink both valves.
Right.
Lose more compression. So even though the exhaust valve is sunk more in the intake, they look like they're pretty equal.
They do.
But they're not.
It's a good looking combustion chamber.
But when it comes to doing the springs, they're not. So, right, so it looks like it's good. Ah, that is sharp as hell under there. It cut me. That bastard cut me. Feel that edge.
Damn.
Squish! Blood coming out. You do know if I bleed, it costs more.
Oh, I'm sure.
That works around here. Blood money. We're going to have to double check this head too to make sure it's got the numbers. You can't just trust one's good and one's bad. You got to check them both. And when you run the risk of having to redo the whole job. That sucks.
You ever put one together and they hit?
Normal running conditions, no.
Miss a shift and float the valves, yeah?
Adjusting the valves wrong once and run the race bike. Oh yeah, race bike we do all the time. It's always from some other reason though, but I have potato chip more than one valve. But they don't break the heads off, rarely. I've had a couple fall off, but it wasn't the valve's fault. Other things like go. There's always other things that make it go bad. Intake. Okay, we're at my scale, I lost it.
Okay.
Put it back. The biggest problem with bending valves is when you're checking someone else's work, when they have a problem, if they'll actually touch, you won't feel it, and they'll bend them, especially on the 5/16 stems. These 3/8 are a lot stronger. They'll take a hit and they go clunk, and they won't bend them. But you know, if you adjust the hydraulics up and they don't bleed down all the way, and you get in a hurry and you run it through anyway, that'd be a problem. Okay, this is around 380-ish. 180 plus a little extra. We'll make it 150 right there. Oh, that was the intake. Oh, wrong one. Pull that back a little bit. Right there. This is the higher lift one. 390, 190, extra 30 or so. Yep, we're good.
Yeah.
See, each time I do it, it's slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or the valve angles are just slightly different. If they're further apart, you have more gap. They're closer, they get closer. Even all the other numbers are the same. Okay, so those all look good.
Looks good.
So now we have to figure out the valve clearances, coil bind clearances. Those things. And these. And where's your collar?
You're not going to use the red anodized ones.
I don't know what we're going to use.
I think that's what we ought to use.
We have the stock steel ones you have.
Those?
No, steel. These are aluminum. I'm going right down there. It's too much trouble to go find your steel ones, so I'm just going to go in my drawer over here and pull out.
No, I know where they are.
Yeah, but see, I'm right here. So there's a stock steel one. There's an aluminum one. Does it look any different?
Mm-hmm.
Slightly?
I think those are too tall.
These are a lot more.
I like the red ones.
You like the red one?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think red ones are much more than Harley, actually. I'm going to have to cut the package open. There's going to be a repackaging fee if we don't use these.
Oh, I know that. Just like eBay.
I'll have to dig out my...
You can return it,
I'll have
but
to dig out my sifter.
you can return that $20 item, but it's a $60 restocking fee.
That's it. That's the one that gets you every time. You know all about those restocking fees. Okay, first thing I do is figure out what our spring height is. What's your spring height? About that much.
I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. Haven't measured it yet. You have to measure it. Go over here to the spring checking machine.
You want your scale?
It's in my pocket. Do you have these in Texas?
Yeah, got one.
Spring
Got one.
checking.
I got one of mine.
Spring checking machine here. There goes my drill motor again. I keep dropping that drill motor.
That's just that little handheld drill.
Yeah, little handheld one. Okay, looks like we're about 8:30. Grab my caliper. Let's see how close I am to my eyeballs. My eyeballs are getting old, so. Yeah, see, it's 8:36. I was off by 5. Eyeballs are getting bad. Missed it by 5. Okay, 8:30. That's not the time either. Way past that. What's your valve lift?
550.
Nope.
525.
Yep. So you got 0.835 plus clearance 0.05, 50 thou. Plus how much was the lift? 525. 1410 is our install height. Ooh, who put that in there?
What's that Vice did?
Vice. To talk to that Vice. Good fit. Vice. Spring checker. Spring checker. I need keepers. Where's your keepers?
Get those.
Here, let me see the camera. Yeah, bring some of those parts up here. We're doing the heads. It's hard to put a head together without a spring checker. Okay, where's our intake at? Which head is this? Is this the rear? Gotta lay this stuff out. We can find it. Rear. Yeah, that's an R. There's an F. There's a big F. Okay, rear. We're going to do exhauster intake. I always like doing the intake first. Intake. Boom. Tripod. Everybody's getting tired around here except me. I just keep working. There we go. You'll have to come back and videotape this later so you can see it, right? Okay, I got a lower collar. It's on the head. We have 350 above the guide, so we got to cut 50 thou off the guide for lift. No seal clearance. Yep. Okay. Where those keepers at? Coming? She got lost over there. There's a little bit of a cam we're going to use. A little straight up and down knobby on there. Those look like keepers. What was that number we needed?
141, wasn't it?
41.
What was it?
410. Trying to confuse me. There's our check-in spring. We do the measure from the inside diameter of both of those. We want 410, right?
Mm.
We're golden. We got 430. We got room for a shin. We'll cut the stem height or the guide down slightly to the collar here. You're missing all this on the camera. Okay, now we need some clearance in here for the seal.
Mm-hmm.
We have to cut the guide down a little bit for seal clearance. Right now we have about 700. So the seal is going to be usually about 125 above the guide is the seal.
Mm-hmm.
You should have some clearance. And then we got 525 left. So what's all those numbers add up to? Remember all those numbers already?
624, 625. 120 for the seal.
525
Mhm.
plus 0.125 plus some clearance, 0.03 at least, 680.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we got about 700, which we were close to, should have room. That's 30. A little extra doesn't hurt. I don't know if I can get this in here or not. We have 650.
Mm-hmm.
So we need a lot more. Okay, that's about 560 up. So that's got to be cut down at least 410 to get enough clearance. So we're going to cut those down a little bit. Now the intake valve and the exhaust valve are different. About the same anymore, 390. These are about the same. These two are pretty close to equal. This front one probably had more clearance on the other one. That one's a little bit over 400, so we gained a little clearance on that one. This one it was lower. Why is this one lower? No. It's about 375. This one's about 390. About 15 thou difference. So the front, we're going to have some intake issues on the front. So we have to find the best coil bind spring and put it on the front. The exhaust is the worst, the intake's the tightest. So So remember that.
Exhaust the work, intake the tightest.
Yeah. We need to cut those a little bit. Lost my scale. All right. Got it. Let's see like that. 5/8, big twin. You got two. Which head is this? Front. See, this one exhaust doesn't need to be quite that much cut. 460. Trash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 410, 415, right in that area.
Mm-hmm.
That one didn't get quite as much on that one. But I got it anyway. A little high.
Yeah.
This is the one that was low. So we can only get on this one. $400. There's a couple extra on that one. Next one. Alright, this rear one, 410 on both. Still smaller. Good.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. See, the sharp edge digs in the seat more than the round. The radius cuts better. Flows in there better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still work though. Dumbass put it upside down. I don't remember doing that before. I guess first time for everything. It's about as dull as the other one. What am I using? Use this one. Much better. This is a cast iron one, that's a steel one. Two different shapes. Alright. Now my last little thing I do. Take a pilot. Jam it in the damn thing. That leaves a little bit of a high edge on there usually. That burnishes it.
He's squeezing it.
That burnishes it back in. Plus, if there's any melt marks in there from a chip getting down inside on my stem, it'll burnish that off too. I do. That's the wrong one. There we go. Use these for more than one thing, see?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's it for now.